Canada is turning into a circus where the clowns run the tent, and somehow we're the ones paying admission. Today's video is a rapid-fire punch of insanity. Garbage tossed around like confetti, foreign hate mobs screaming in our streets, scammers playing our immigration system like it's a slot machine, and leaders who act like everything's fine. Well, it's not fine, and I'm done pretending it is. Hit that like button, subscribe to Mac's Opinion, ring the bell, and let's shove this truth into every corner of this country. We're going in. Would we let racists dress up like the Ku Klux Klan and march through Little Jamaica or neighborhoods home to Toronto's black community? Of course not. So why do our leaders allow terrorist cosplayers to do the same to Jews? End this double standard.
He died for me. The difference is that I believe and receive the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ on January 12th of 2021. You see, I was a broken man, a man addicted to drugs. That's who I was. I'm not some self-righteous individual. Any righteousness I have is from the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
You need to keep going. Get out of my neighborhood.
And I'm grateful that I got saved because I had no peace.
Go back to Circus.
Trying to numb myself with
It was not promised to you 3,000 years ago.
ignoring reality.
Say hi to Karima for me.
And I guarantee tons of you over there are doing the same thing. Hiding
Get out of
from
our
the truth.
neighborhood.
Hiding from Jesus Christ, the one who created you and the one who died for you. The only one who can save you. It's okay to admit that you're wrong and you've been deceived by your father, the devil.
Here we have one of Canada's finest newly imported doctors, or maybe an engineer. They all act the same, it's hard to tell, but he still thinks he's living in India, where they dump their garbage anywhere they like. Thankfully, there was a good Canadian Samaritan who put a stop to them and made them clean up their garbage. If you see anyone fly tipping, call the police immediately. We can't allow this in Canada. We just can't.
Yeah, pick it up right now. Let's go. Pick it up, put it back in your truck. You don't litter here.
We're gonna litter. Can you tell me?
You can't litter here.
Okay, so sorry, we can just take it, okay?
Yeah, put it in the truck. I'm gonna watch you.
Okay.
You don't litter here. I'll phone the police. That's a $2,000 fine.
Okay, sorry, but we can, you stop here, we can just go here, okay?
Yeah, load it up. Let's go.
Okay.
This is not how we do it. You take it to the dump. It costs like $10.
Can you tell me where is the dump yard?
Gold Bar. Gold Bar landfills where you can go. So, yeah, let's load it up.
Okay, I can load it.
No more littering around here.
Okay, bro, okay.
People walk down here with their families.
Okay, bro, okay. Okay, check over there. मैं दादा किथे गए ना? मैं दादा किथे गए ना?
Up your mess. You can't dump.
Pull it, load it, okay?
Yeah, you load it.
Are you sick and tired as I am with these foreign wars being dragged into Canada? Why is this being allowed on Canadian streets? They're literally on video shouting to unalive other people in the streets of Canada. Get the hell out of Canada and take your tyrannical garbage with you.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. We're standing in front. High Commissioner Dishnesh Patnaik's home. This is what we're saying. You are the culprit. You are the reason for transnational repression, and you are terrorizing Canadian Sikhs globally. This is how we feel about India.
That's it. Khalistan!
Zindabad!
Khalistan!
Zindabad! Khalistan!
Who's the
Zindabad!
terrorist?
Indian government!
Who's the terrorist?
Indian government!
Who's the terrorist?
Indian government!
Who killed Nijjar?
Indian government! Kill Modi!
Politics!
Kill Modi!
Politics!
Kill Modi!
Politics!
Kill Modi! Politics! Kill Dinesh Patnaik! Politics! Kill Dinesh Patnaik! Politics!
In Dixie and Mayfield, Brampton, Ontario, a Punjabi guy complains about his fellow Punjabi truckers parking here illegally and throwing garbage. You know it's bad when your own people are calling you out for being assholes, littering like you're back home in India.
ਦੇਖ ਲੈ ਭੈਣ ਚੋ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਟਾਇਰ ਕਾਹ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਚੜਾਇਆ ਯਾਰ ਇਹਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਹੈ ਘਾਹ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਇੰਨਾ ਵਧੀਆ ਘਾਹ ਯਾਰ ਦੇਖ ਤਾਂ ਸਹੀ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਬਈ ਟਰੱਕ ਲੱਗਦੇ ਆ ਡਿਕਸੀ ਮੇਫੀਲਡ ਦੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਭਰਾ ਕੋਈ ਸਲੀਪ ਪਾਉਂਦਾ ਕੁਛ ਕਰਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਪਾਰਕਿੰਗ ਲਾਉਂਦਾ ਬਈ ਯਾਰ ਆਹ ਗੰਦ ਤਾਂ ਦੇਖ ਲਓ ਬਈ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਦੇਖ ਤਾਂ ਸਹੀ ਬੀਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੈਨ ਭੈਣ ਚੋ ਬੋਤਲਾਂ ਹੀ ਬੋਤਲਾਂ ਵੀ ਕੋਈ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਜੋ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹਾ ਸੇਵਾਦਾਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਯਾਰ ਕੋਈ ਟਰੱਕ ਵਾਲਾ ਕਰਤਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਵੀ ਦਈਏ ਪਰ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਦੋ ਵਾਰੀ ਸਾਫ਼ ਵੀ ਕਰਿਆ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਬਟ ਇਹ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਪੈ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ
In Toronto, Ontario, Indian migrants are now out in the streets crying about the sudden cancellation of the skilled trades program, acting like the country owes them something and demanding fairness and protection, as if they were promised a future here in the first place. The program got bloated because it became a backdoor immigration pipeline, and most students provided fraudulent documents to get enrolled in the program. Recruiters were flooding the country with cheap foreign labor under the guise of skilled trades, driving down wages for actual citizens while taxpayers footed the training bill. Canceling it isn't about axing a bad program. It's about slamming the door on the scam that was replacing locals with endless streams of temporary workers who were never leaving. Let them protest all they want. They were never supposed to be here in the first place. Border closed. Program dead. Good riddance. Skilled trades are for Canadians. Sorry, not sorry.
My name is Refugee Singh and I am an applicant of Ontario Immigrant Nominee Program under the Skilled Trades stream. And I have applied last year and they just returned my file saying I am a fraud. I used to work for Rogers as a technician. I don't know if these companies are fake and when did they become fake. I'm asking the companies, if you guys are fake, please post it that you are fake now.
I think it's time for a little musical jingle.
So but to fake, but the bought us a hip. He looked at and he stayed fake, certificates in hand. We thought we are clever, but now they send us back and we shiver forever. Family baking in Punjab, but dreams of snow and Nepal leaf. For now, all are plotting here, are caught in disbelief. They cancel skill trace, take away my chance. My fake documents just fail this dance. Now I scheme and I plan how to beat their game, so my khanda can come chase the maple flame. Avoiding deportation, but the shameful flame. Avoiding deportation, but the shame remains. Whisper in my heart, Sahib, show me the door, but I puzzle every rule, there must be one more. Abis by any trick, I will learn the score. Bring my family north, let them cry no more. Under Punjabi moon, I will find the key. With each sitter note, freedom calls to me.
A shooting in Cambridge, Ontario, where a residence was struck multiple times by gunfire. Yep, it's the usual suspects. They bring their rivalries with them into Canada. How do I know this? There's only one group of people who put these tassels on the front of their cars. Nobody else. Not sure why the RCMP don't realize this. Well, I am actually, and I know I don't need to say it out loud. This speaker expresses concern about the process of allowing refugee claimants into Canada. They claim that claimants can enter the country by submitting an application through a OneTouch system, which connects directly to Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, IRCC. The claimant provides basic data and biometric information, but there is little to no human interaction or verification of their information. The speaker believes that this process is problematic, describing it as a free-for-all into the country. No shit, Sherlock! They argue that the lack of human interaction and verification allows claimants to self-declare their status with little oversight. The speaker thinks this is a terrible thing and not in the best interest of the country. The process raises security concerns.
Was done there. That's changed to a system that's called OneTouch. So essentially, we get tombstone data, we do some biometrics, and the claimant is then allowed into the country to complete their security screening and such on their own through the OneTouch system. They have, I believe it's 45 days to submit that, meaning, in essence, to speed things up, because we are short-staffed, we're allowing people into the country without first doing that security screening.
Okay, hold on a second here. So you're saying that a refugee claimant coming to Canada goes to a machine and says, I want to be a refugee in Canada, hits a button, and they're in the country? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's not a machine, it's an application. So the OneTouch system, they're given instructions on how to use that. That connects directly with IRCC, and they're given that documentation to complete on their own once they're in the country. We're not doing that. So
basically, they take out their phone, theoretically, and they tap it a few times, and they are now in the country as a refugee accepted by our country.
Yes, we get some basic data from them, and again, we do the biometrics. Beyond that, they're doing that on their own, yes.
So no human interaction. Your members do not ask any questions, don't confirm anything. It's a free-for-all into the country that way?
Very little. I don't know if I'd use the term free-for-all, but for the most part, it's self-declaration on the claimant's part, yes.
And so from your perspective and your members' perspective, this is not a good thing?
This is a terrible thing. It's during the interview, and again, I spoke to it in my opening statement about human interaction. That's where we ask follow-up questions. That's where we establish whether there's coaching, whether it's a legitimate claim. That's how those files are built so they can be dealt with properly. Later, that's where we gain that intelligence, and that's currently been lost, not to mention that about 10% never complete the forms through OneTouch. So you figure with about 100,000 claimants a year, that's about 10,000 people who are allowed into Canada who they disappear. Then it's our inland officers then have to find them and remove them, so you're adding additional burdens down the road.
So 10,000 potential false claimants coming into that system that have to be removed. Wow.
This right here is the great liberal way of running things in Canada. Pathetic. A tractor drove through a crowd of hummus supporters outside the U.S. consulate in Toronto. No one harmed, but the cops looked thoroughly unbothered. Probably about as sick of this shit as everyone else.
What the fuck is wrong with you? That needs to
I got multiple assaults on video on that truck.
If this video fired up your blood pressure, good. That means you're paying attention. Canada needs people who refuse to stay silent while this madness spreads. Slam that like button. Leave a comment so this video punches through the algorithm. Subscribe to Mac's Opinion and help me drag every scrap of truth into the daylight. We're not backing down. Not today, not ever. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!